You're listening to a Sodcast production.
Hello, my name is Kevin Mercer, and welcome to Sodcast, where we talk turf and you grow results. Before you choose your lawn seed, ask yourself, what do I want my lawn to do? Is it a play area for children? A running zone for your dogs? A visual centerpiece for your home? Each purpose demands a different tough grass strategy, and choosing the wrong type can lead to frustration, wasted money, and constant repairs. If your lawn is for pets or children, you'll need a tough grass recovery system, varieties that can handle wear and tear and regenerate quickly. These grasses spread through rhizomes or stolons and naturally fill in bare spots over time, and some grasses can handle the punishment better than others. Top picks include tall fescue, deep roots, great wear tolerance; Kentucky bluegrass, excellent recovery thanks to underground rhizomes; perennial ryegrass, fast germination, perfect for overseeding; Bermuda grass, tough and quick to recover in warm climates. If your goal is aesthetics, you'll want fine-bladed, uniform turf with rich color and density. These grasses may not be as tough under foot traffic, but offer a pristine, manicured look. Top choices include fine fescues, soft texture, shade-tolerant; zoysia or St. Augustine, dense, carpet-like appearance with excellent drought resistance. So whether your lawn is a playground, a pet zone, or a showpiece, understanding its function is the first step toward long-term success. Soil testing might not be the first thing that comes to mind when you're planning to seed your lawn, but trust me, it helps with a lot of things. For example, it tells you your soil's pH level. Grass seed grows best when the pH is between 6.0 and 7.0. If it's too acidic or too alkaline, your seed might struggle to germinate and grow. We'll talk more about that in a bit. It also helps you spot nutrient deficiencies. A soil test shows how much nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium your soil has. Those are the big three nutrients your turf needs to thrive. And finally, it helps prevent future problems. Things like compaction, salinity, or poor drainage can be caught early with a soil test. That means you can fix those issues before you spend time and money on seed and labor. Check your local tough grass extension office or your local Department of Agriculture to help you with your soil testing needs. Bottom line, soil testing sets the stage for a successful, healthy lawn. Understanding soil pH, the key to healthy tough grass. Once you get your soil test back, one of the first things it'll show is your pH level. I might have mentioned this before, but it's worth repeating. For tough grass, you want your soil pH to be in the range of 6.0 to 7.0. This is one of the most important things to understand when prepping your soil for a healthy grass establishment. So, let's talk about soil pH. It affects nutrient availability, microbial activity, and overall plant health. Turf grass prefers a slightly acidic to neutral pH. Again, that sweet spot is between 6.0 and 7.0. If your pH is outside that range, your grass may struggle to absorb essential nutrients, even if they're present in the soil. That's why regular soil testing is so valuable. It helps you monitor pH and make smart decisions about applying lime or sulfur. Now, what does pH actually mean? It stands for potential hydrogen, and to measure how acidic or alkaline your soil is, on a scale from 0 to 14. For turf grass, slightly acidic to neutral is ideal. Why soil pH matters. Even if you fertilize regularly, your grass won't benefit if the pH is off. Here's what happens. Acidic soil, pH below 6.0. Nutrients like nitrogen N, phosphorus P, and potassium K can become chemically bound in the soil and unavailable to plant. You might see stunted growth, poor root development, and thin, pale turf, especially in areas with heavy rainfall or lots of organic matter. Solution: apply lime, calcium carbonate, to gradually raise the pH. Alkaline soil, pH above 7.0. This can limit the availability of essential micronutrients like iron, manganese, zinc, and copper. Symptoms include yellowing or whitening of grass blades, iron chlorosis, poor growth, bare patches, and increased weed pressure. Remedies for high soil pH. Ammonium sulfate fertilizer. Provides nitrogen and slowly acidifies the soil. Great for ongoing turf maintenance. How you hanging in there so far? We're about halfway through, and I want to make sure this is really useful for you. Whether you're tackling your lawn project yourself or hiring a landscape contractor, knowing the basics can save you a lot of money and help you avoid getting taken advantage of. There are plenty of contractors out there who care more about the paycheck than your lawn, so it's important to know what you're asking for. Include the things you've learned in your contract and hold them accountable. Now, let's talk about one of my favorite subjects, soil structure. It's the foundation of everything. No matter what you're growing, it all starts with the soil. Soil texture refers to the mix of sand, silt, and clay particles, and it plays a huge role in how your lawn holds water, drains, breathes, and absorbs nutrients. Sandy soils drain fast but dry out quickly. Clay soils hold water and nutrients well, but can compact easily and restrict root growth. Loam, which is a balanced mix of all three, is ideal for turfgrass because it offers the best moisture and nutrient balance. Understanding your soil texture helps you choose the right grass type and management practices. Want to test your soil texture at home? It's easy. Collect soil from 3 to 6 inches deep. Fill a clear jar 1/3 full with soil, add water and a few drops of dish soap. Shake it for a minute or two, and let it sit for 24 hours. You'll see layers form. Sand settles at the bottom, silt in the middle, and clay on top. Measure each layer. Calculate the percentages and compare them to USDA guidelines. Sand should be 40 to 60%, silt 20 to 40%, and clay 10 to 20%. This gives you a clear picture of your soil's makeup. And don't forget to consider your climatic zone. If you're in a transition zone, you can grow both cool and warm season grasses. Cool season grasses should be seeded in the fall when soil temps drop to around 60 degrees Fahrenheit, while warm season grasses do best when soil temps reach 75 degrees Fahrenheit. All of this helps you prep your soil properly before seeding. You can even grab an inexpensive soil pH meter to dial things in. Doing this up front pays off big time, from seed germination to full lawn establishment. Now that you understand the basics of soil health and structure, it's time to move on to the exciting part, seeding your lawn. But before you spread any seed, proper soil preparation is absolutely essential. Skipping these steps can lead to poor germination, uneven growth, and wasted time and money. Start by clearing the site. Remove all existing vegetation using a sod cutter, Roundup herbicide if appropriate, or manual methods. Be thorough. Clear out rocks, roots, and any construction debris that could interfere with root development. Next, till the soil to a depth of 10 to 12 inches. This loosens compacted layers, improves drainage, and allows roots to penetrate deeply. After tilling, let the soil settle for 1 to 2 days. This helps prevent uneven settling after seeding and gives moisture levels a chance to stabilize. Then, aerate thoroughly using a core aerator in multiple directions. Aeration boosts oxygen flow, water infiltration, and microbial activity, especially important in compacted or clay-heavy soils. Once the soil is prepped, it's time to use a slit seeder. This machine cuts narrow grooves into soil and drops seed directly into them, ensuring excellent seed-to-soil contact, which is critical for germination. Be sure to set the machine to the recommended rate for your grass type. Finally, seed your new lawn in 2 directions. Go horizontally and vertically across the lawn. This crisscross pattern helps prevent gaps and ensures even coverage. Just be careful not to overlap too much, as that can lead to crowding and competition. With these steps, you're setting the stage for a healthy, thriving lawn that will establish quickly and last for seasons to come. After slit seeding, it's time to kick off your growing program. And that starts with fertilizer. Getting your lawn off to a great start means understanding the nutrient values that fuel healthy turf. Every fertilizer label lists 3 key macronutrients: nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. These are the foundations of turfgrass health. Nitrogen is the engine behind lush, green growth. It powers photosynthesis and helps your lawn fill in quickly during active growing seasons. Phosphorus plays a vital role during seeding and sodding. It supports early root development and energy transfer, helping young seedlings establish strong, resilient root systems. Potassium boosts your lawn's ability to handle stress, like drought, disease, and temperature swings, by strengthening cell walls and regulating water movement. When seeding, Use a starter fertilizer with a higher phosphorus ratio. Will give those roots a strong start. Keep the soil consistently moist to soften the seed coat and activate the embryo for germination. And please don't skip the soil test. It's the best way to ensure you're giving your lawn exactly what it needs without overdoing it. As your lawn begins to grow, it moves through 3 key stages, which are the infant stage, adolescent stage, and mature stage. In the infant stage, the seed absorbs moisture and activates the embryo. The primary root radicle grows downward and a single leaf shoot emerges upward. At the center of this new plant is a crown, a tiny but critical structure that connects roots to shoots. It's extremely sensitive at this stage, so avoid compaction, overwatering, or drought. What basically needs is consistent moisture, phosphorus-rich fertilizer, and gentle care. In the adolescent stage, the turf starts filling in, roots expand, secondary shoots develop, and growth speeds up just like a teenager. This stage requires a little more nutrition. Balanced fertilization based on your soil test, light mowing, and regular irrigation will help build density and encourage lateral growth. By the mature stage, your turf is ready to handle mowing, foot traffic, and seasonal maintenance. The crown is fully developed, and the root system is deep and stable. Nutrient needs shift toward nitrogen to support blade growth and color. Choosing the right type of fertilizer is just as important as knowing when to apply it. Organic fertilizers, like compost, manure, and bone meal, release nutrients slowly and improve soil health by feeding beneficial microbes and enhancing structure. They're ideal for long-term sustainability and resilience. Synthetic fertilizers, on the other hand, are chemically manufactured to deliver nutrients quickly. They often produce fast greening and growth, but don't improve the soil itself. Synthetic products come in 2 forms. Water-soluble nitrogen, WSN, for quick results. Water-insoluble nitrogen, WIN, also known as WIN for slow, steady feeding. Check the rates of these on the back of fertilizer bags for the biggest bang for your buck. Think of organic fertilizer like stocking your fridge with nutritious food. It builds reserves and supports soil life. Synthetic fertilizer is more like a trip to Golden Corral. Fast, flashy, and filling, but not something you want every day. Also, keep in mind, anything labeled organic with more than 5% nitrogen is likely not truly organic. Stick to natural sources for soil building and use synthetic products strategically to boost performance when needed. Watering tips for your growing program. Proper watering during tough grass establishment is critical, and timing matters just as much as frequency. For best results, aim to water between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. This early morning window aligns with natural plant processes and helps prevent turf diseases. Why morning watering works. Supports transpiration. As the sun rises, grass blades begin releasing moisture, helping regulate temperature and nutrient flow. Reduces disease pressure. Early sunlight dries leaf surfaces quickly, lowering the risk of fungal infections like dollar spot, brown patch, and leaf spot. Prevents overnight moisture. Watering late in the day or at night leaves blades wet for too long, creating ideal conditions for disease development. During the growing phase, your goal is to keep the soil consistently moist, but not saturated. Light, frequent watering encourages seed germination and root development without compacting the soil or drowning the crown. Overwatering can be just as harmful as underwatering, especially when the crown is still forming. Stick to early morning irrigation, monitor soil moisture daily, and adjust based on weather conditions. These healthy watering habits will set the foundation for a resilient, dense, and disease-resistant lawn that thrives through each stage of growth. Also, a quick note on tough grass respiration. While photosynthesis gets most of the attention, respiration is just as important for tough grass health. It's the process where plants break down sugars, produced during photosynthesis, to release energy for growth, repair, and stress recovery. Respiration happens day and night, and it's influenced by temperature, moisture, and oxygen levels in the soil.
We hope you enjoyed learning what you need to know before seeding. Kevin Mercer is dedicated to helping homeowners and coaches manage sports fields with solid tough grass advice. Thanks for watching, and remember, when we talk turf, you grow the results.